Hey folks, Future Marstead here to set up this episode. So a big chunk of this episode is going to be Prince Ali Rescue. As I start working through the quests in chronological order, I learn just how long these quests can be with full voice acting and, higher quality cutscenes. So if you don't want to see my reaction to the entirety of these quests, I'll put time codes in the description for you to skip past them. You're going to hear my overall thoughts on RuneScape 3 as I play through it, but speaking here from the future, I am going to continue recording and uploading these every so often. It might be every other week or so. There's a lot more to come in terms of things I don't like about RS3, and I won't spoil those. But so far, it hasn't been enough to completely turn me off from the game and keep me from playing it. I would say that if I were to make a RS3 video essay to follow up my old school RuneScape video essay, I would probably title it Why RuneScape 3 is Fine, as opposed to why RuneScape 3 is awesome. Not that there aren't things in RS3 that are awesome. I think the quests that I've experienced so far are absolutely incredible and are worth the price of admission. There's one Resident Evil inspired quest that I'm going to get to in a few episodes from now that blew me away. Absolutely incredible. One of the best things I've ever seen in a video game. So I think that you're not just going to hear me complaining through all of these. There is a lot of stuff that I'm going to enjoy. I just kind of have to eat my vegetables in order to get to the dessert. And there is a decent amount of dessert in RS3. I think this is also really valuable for my ongoing experience with old school RuneScape because it's giving me context for where Jagex is drawing a lot of their design ideas for new content as it comes into old school. So those are my general thoughts so far. I like the game, not planning to quit it, should be doing these videos regularly. Let's go ahead and get to the clips here. Hey everybody, I think this is going to be a new episode. I'm going to try not to decide the episode demarcators during the playthrough going forward. I'm just going to record stuff and then I'll record future Marstead commentary to open and close them. The objective today is to work down this quest list in release order, so next up is Restless Ghosts. I'm going to go ahead and teleport to Lumbridge and get started on that. Hey, so I'm going to experiment with actually doing a little bit of work while editing this time, and I'm going to put an on-screen graphic whenever I get distracted by a new candy loop. If you didn't watch my RuneScape video essay, a candy loop to me is an instance in a video game where something delightfully distracts you and you can get multiple candy loops deep, where you set out to do thing A and then you get distracted and do thing B, and then thing B makes you do thing C and thing D and so on. I'll accompany new candy loop distractions with this achievement sound, and I'll pop in as future Marstead to talk about it after the fact if, I don't cover it in the video. Last time it turned out that Demon Slayer was wildly different than I remembered it, so I don't know if Restless Ghost has gotten a similar update. I'm going to assume no until I notice something clearly different. Interestingly, I noticed something that says this is a 5th age quest and takes place in the past before the gods returned to Gielinor. So I guess they wanted to not cut them all from the game. I preferred them just doing that instead of trying to do the janky timeline phasing thing in World of Warcraft. I hate it. Well, this lady is new, I think. What help do you need? I'm gonna go down there without backup. I'll help you. Oh, wait, that's a different quest. Okay, I just have to open this coffin. I thought it was gonna be in those catacombs there. I understand. There's gonna be a coast that's gonna go woo 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 woo. Hey, well, they moved Father Ernie, but so far the quest is basically the same. Well, there's a change. You have to get the ghost skull from a mining spot by the coast. I might want to look at the wiki to know whether the quest has been changed or not in advance, because there might be some of these quests that I'm less familiar with. Whoa. I guess they wanted it to not be inside the wizard's tower. Is that the main thing they changed? Okay. I guess that makes this quest ridiculously fast too. All right, so put the skull in this guy's coffin. And I think I basically instantly completed. We get a cutscene, okay. That's kind of neat. It's different. There we go, Restless Ghost. Ooh, actual bones, so I can go use those on the wilderness altar. I'm going to do that. So while I'm up here heading to bury these bones or offer them at the altar, I'm going to go ahead and pop by the wilderness crater, which is a lodestone that I didn't get before. Yeah, it's up there. Oh, there's a shooting star here. I love shooting stars. Level requirement 1. All right, I need to go get my pickaxe. No, I don't. I'm just going to mine the shooting star, and then I'll go do those other things I said. That's mining 32 over here. I guess I'll start announcing level ups past level 30. That makes sense. Trying to figure out what happens with Stardust here. I'm going to be at this for a minute. Mining 33. Increase stamina when mining. That's nice. Kind of learning better how stamina actually works here. Just a period during which you're AFK, but still getting the max XP in progress. You have to click when the bar depletes, I guess.
Oh, apparently you only get a maximum of 200 Stardust, another daily limit. Jeez. Alright, well, it's almost done, so I'll finish it up so I can turn them in. I guess something spawns that you turn them in, and this is actually a decent way for me to get some money, so maybe I can go ahead and get 20 construction after all. Mining 34. I'm a little worried because it just dropped down and said that it's 1% of the way to the next layer. I thought it said it was already only level 1. It didn't have like a layer indicator. Well, unlike shooting stars in old school, I'm excited to see another player here. I have no idea what he's doing. He's like Kamehamehaing the star, but I think he's mining it somehow, maybe? Oh, I stopped recording at the moment I hit 35. 35 mining. 36 mining. It looks like the star just disintegrated? That's annoying. Well, I've got 200 Stardust I can't use then. All right, back on task here. Getting this crater teleport, which is actually reasonably close to the altar. Go offer these bones on that altar. It might pop up and get the other teleport, question mark? I think it's actually pretty far from me. All right, this should be pretty big prayer XP, I think, if I'm gonna get, was it like 800? Oh, really? These don't work? That's disappointing. Boo. Boo earns. This is the other location, but I don't see anything to... Oh, there's a lodestone. Info? Build the lodestone. Okay, I see. And they do sheep shearer, which I think they're a little ashamed of, because they've reclassified it as a mini quest. It's just a quest, y'all. It's fine. Need to collect some black wool for my sheep. Okay. So they really don't want to let you show up with the items to a quest and just turn them in. Takes all sorts. 20 balls of black wool. Is this a quest? No, it isn't. It's work. Okay. Fair. I like that all the quests have an icon now. That's nice. Oh yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do with the Cold War quest line here, because I think that you can see the penguins. Oh, they stand out even more. That's perfect. Wonderful. All right, I think I have all 20 of the wool. I don't think it wants me to spin them here. Just turn in the wool. Balls of wool. Spinning wheel. Okay. All right, spinning up this wool. Talk to Fred the farmer. I have your balls of wool. That's the last of them. 150 crafting XP. Beautiful. All right, there's no way Shield of Arrav is the same. It's so janky to have to do it with another player. In 2017, this quest replaced 2001 Shield of Arrav. Did it say that for Demon Slayer as well? Okay, so it does tell you. So I guess they did slightly change Restless Ghost, but they didn't say that it was a brand new quest like they did for Demon Slayer, so that makes sense. We'll pick up Shield of Arrav. Talking to Reldo, picking up Shield of Arrav. Book here somewhere. Ah, the Shield of Arrav. I guess I also found a book about the wilderness. Right, there's like a little book here. You know, they're talking a lot about ages. Yeah, year 143 of the 5th age. Phoenix Gang. King rolled, put a 1,200 gold bounty. A massive sum of money in those days in return the shield. The most powerful crime gang in Varrock. Huh. Where can I find the Phoenix Gang? Barrack, fur trader in the marketplace. Connections with the Phoenix Gang. Okay. Alright. Barrack? Where can I find the Phoenix Gang? Not so loud. I done told you, bro. Ooh, where the Mad Angels are. 10 gold richer. Here we go. Enter Varrock to the south gate. First turn to the east. Operating on the name of the VTAM Corporation. Be careful. Types to be messed about. Thanks. It's here, right? This ladder. Straven. Only authorized personnel are allowed in. I know who you are. Really? Well, who are we? Headquarters of the Phoenix Gang. What would you want with us? Offer you my services. Prove your loyalty. Black Arm Gang. Meeting a contact from Port Sarim at the Blue Moon Inn. Oh yeah, Johnny the Beard. I wonder if they like change it so you end up doing both of them maybe? I mostly know Johnny the Beard because I kill him every cycle on my chunk account. Isn't interested in talking. Get him a beer, maybe? That'd be on brand for this game. Glass of your finest ale, please. I didn't mean to attack him. Might be okay. Oh yeah, you just murder him. Okay. Archaeologists hanging around the statue outside the city with mining equipment. Interesting. I think those are both references to other quests, though, right? Oh, no, I guess they just included it as a reference to other quests. That's cool. Yeah, because one of them is the archaeologist standing by the statue is how you get to the Chaos Altar. And then the barge is Fossil Island. I don't know if this game ever got Fossil Island. Giving this guy the report. I have the intelligence report. Very good. Open supply depot. Bunch of thieves in here. I guess they moved the 4 thieves that were previously in the Black Arm gang. Oh, there's a grape spawn. That's interesting. Search the chest. Half a shield. Okay. I guess we do Black Arm next then, presumably. So we might go back to Reldo. Okay, it looks like I got confused because there's no more breadcrumbs as to what to do next. I guess the guy mentioned the this weapons storerooms. Yeah, we go get the 2 Phoenix crossbows, and that's how I get into the Black Arm gang. Got it. They just have you do both. I guess that makes sense. Phoenix crossbows. I like the little, like, this is related to a quest icon on things. That's really helpful. Keep track of what's garbage, you know? Yeah, it's interesting that, like, the trail just drops cold here and there's nothing else in the quest guide. I wonder if that's just an oversight from when they converted it from requiring 2 players. Remember who you talk about here. Black Arm Gang. Alleyway to the west. What is this place? Heard you're the Black Arm Gang. Want to become a member of the gang? Give me a try, can't you? Got a crossbow. Steal a couple crossbows for us. I comment on the fact that I already have them. Who are you planning to murder? That's too bad that it doesn't, like, account for the fact that you probably already have them. Enter any of the rooms in the gang house. Okay, so I think there's just another room here with the other half of the shield. Search the chest but find nothing. Here it is. Half of shield. Okay, can I combine them now? Hey. Stored shield. Back to Reldo. Oh, to King Rolled. Okay, that's fine. That's the way it works in the original. Alright, King Rolled. Talk about the shield. Sick. Quest complete. 1,200 coins. I'll take it. Alright, Ernest the Chicken is next. I have more quests to do, but I need to do something AFK here, so I'm gonna go... I guess I'll start working on mining. I want to make mithril gear, because I'm gonna be able to get to 30 soon. And I'm already at 30 for some skills like mining, so... I joined the Starfind CC to see if there are any stars up so I can spend this. And someone said there's one here that just tubbied, which I think they're saying this is a Teletubby, which is kind of amazing. Mine extra ore for the next 15 minutes. Have some cosmic runes, ash runes, goldstone spirits, and 50,000 coins. Amazing! And I'm mining anyway, so that's perfect. I'll just get right back to it. I don't know, that's a lot of runes. The money is great. That's fantastic. 37 mining. This is pretty reasonable. We'll get to 40 here. 38 mining. All right, working on smithing. The objective is to get to 30. I think that's what I need for mithril. Smithing 25, getting a little distracted. Suddenly it occurs to me that I want to change my outfit. I hate these shoes. I didn't realize that I had, like, committed to that, and it looks like you just have to go to Varrock to do so, and I think it's free, so I will do that very quickly and then come right back to this. All right, got to the change outfit menu. Okay, I changed everything but my shoes. I definitely prefer this new outfit. I might also change my face now that I actually see what it looks like in relationship to the rest of my character model. There's still a shoe shop here in Relica. I think I can do this before doing Hermetic Trials. I don't think you can do it before then in Old School. Here we go. Change shoes. Oh, our customs forbid it. Okay. Needs to be furniture in the POH. Okay. Well, it's level 20 construction. I did just get a bunch of money. I could just do that. It's kind of reasonable for me to attempt. I think I will do that then. All right, getting another full inventory of planks here. I'm gonna try to get to 20 and I'm gonna build the shoebox and use the shoebox to make my boots not this color. It looks like I can't actually change the look of the boots until I finish Hermetic Trials, but that's gonna be on my list of quests from Old School, so it shouldn't be too far off. I don't know if this place has the same, like, tick restrictions as the one in Old School, so I'm just gonna build things without worrying about it too much. Doesn't seem like you have as much freedom to move things around. I might be able to do more with the table space once it's available. I forget. Nah, it's only 3 planks. Oh, I apparently missed. I'm able to do larders now. Whoops, that's a bit of a time save. Extreme time save, actually. Got 15, which I think means I can switch to oak logs, oak planks. I'm gonna finish up using my last regular planks here. Building the workshop. It seems like this is horrible, but there's no way to redo stuff in this game. So, like, you screw it up, it's screwed up forever, and you just need to delete the room and then rebuild it. That sounds, I had no idea that our Old School was actually better about that. It's really funny. I'm just gonna build the rooms and not worry about it for now. I assume when I get to a point that I have to tear the house down and rebuild it, it's not gonna be that big of a GP cost to me. All right, oak planks, quite a bit more expensive. Building should be quite a bit faster, though. I'm using the build order that I know from old school, so hopefully I'm not completely missing something here. And repair bunch is still able to be made at level 15. Yeah, we're good. That's the same, and that's much faster. All right, we're 18 now, which means I think I can do the crafting table 1. Yeah, it's 4 oak planks at a time. Oh, but that's annoying. The upgrade text every time. Level 19. We'll need a little bit more, 164 more, so I'm just gonna get a few more logs and bring them in here. All right, this should be 20 construction. Thank you, Shooting Stars. I was really lucky to just stumble into 50k GP. And then I think I need to build a bedroom for my shoebox. Also only 10k, it's not too bad. Should be fine, I think. So is it the wardrobe space? Shoebox. Okay, now I can get less silly shoes. Oh, I can change both. That's wonderful. I guess when you change style, it gives you a random one. Let me do the color first then. I don't hate this one. That looks okay. Oh, I have to randomly do that too. That's pretty funny. All right, that looks reasonably cool, I think. I might change the face one more time like I was saying earlier, but other than that, I think we're good to go. And get back to smithing here. Wow, if I want to change some features of my character, it's like 46 million GP. Okay, I'm good. This looks fine to me. I got kind of an olive skin thing going on. It looks great. This is our dude. I'll take it. I need some AFK this morning, so I'm gonna go work on mining coal at the coal trucks. I think that's reasonably AFK. Just hit 40 in mining. I don't have a lot of time to pop in and talk about mining updates, so I'll just let you know at the very end what I end up getting to with all this coal. But 40 mining's cool. All right, I'm back. I finished my call that I was on. Ended up getting to 43 mining and have a ton of coal. It turns out using the coal trucks is really, really easy because when you go to unload the coal trucks, you can put it in the ore box and then you just have to drop it off at the anvil over there. It's really nice to actually like mine for coal for once. I mean, maybe at some point PVM still outpaces this, but this is so much better than old school where mining is a skill that's pretty dead. You know, you kind of do it to get to 92 for amethyst, but virtually any resources that come from mining, you are much better off getting from some other source than like actually mining for it. And I guess I got an achievement somewhere in here for filling the coal trucks. I think it's already off the... I wish this had the old school plugin where you can collapse messages together. I guess since I already did all this work to get all this coal, I'm going to try to keep working towards 30 smithing so that we can start working on mithril. The 27 smithing... I feel like the important threshold, there's a threshold where you immediately start with a full bar of heat, I think, at each tier. And that makes it a lot more viable to actually make some of the quick recipes like arrow tips that I'd rather have so I can, you know, train fletching a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it's at 28 or it's, you know, 8 after the level. So that's kind of an interesting dimension. I like, that's a really satisfying threshold to reach when you're smithing, to be able to really focus more on quickly crafting the things that only need 1 bar of heat. So I really appreciate this rework. I think it's smart. I think they could probably port most of this rework into old school without too much controversy. The metal bank is probably too much, but well, people will say it's too much. I honestly don't even think it is, because realistically people just kind of do a little bank lap back and forth. Like the account it would impact the most would be Ultimate Ironman, but they're not going to be doing this anyway, right? There's 28 smithing. So yeah, now I think I'm going to spend the rest of my bards, even though it's going to be really slow. I'm just going to make tons of arrow tips for training fletching later. Smithing 29. Once I get to 30, I guess I'll go get mithril and I'll make a full set of mithril items, and I'll probably leave smithing alone for quite a while. Yeah. There it is, 30 smithing. Now make mithril bars, elemental mine smithing, whatever. We're gonna go do mithril. I'm gonna go find some mithril ore to mine. We'll mine it, we'll make a mithril pickaxe and a mattock and an armor set and all that fun stuff. I can do mithril out in Varrock. I should have enough. I think you still use coal to make mithril bars. I don't know if they changed that. I assume you just use coal all the time after steel. But they've simplified it to only use 1 coal. Okay. Well, that's cool. I can keep the coal trucks as like a thing in my back pocket for whenever I need AFK, because I'm probably going to need to do that like for a very long time. And all right, we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to get enough to get a mithril pickaxe so that this is faster. So I've uncovered accidentally, when I was just double checking mithril locations, that there's such a thing as a mithril pickaxe +1. I have No idea what that practically means. I guess it's something in the smithing interface. I'm going to try to figure out how that works, because maybe I should just try to upgrade the gear to +1 or +2 or whatever. I think maybe the intent behind that is that smithing has this problem where, like, you might make one copy of the item for yourself, get it done really quick, and then never think about it again, and then you just make a million copies to sell or alch. So if the idea is, oh, you can upgrade your own armor versus armor you can buy in shops and stuff to make it better, like you can make it so your pickaxe is better, but only if you actually have the smithing level for it. That's really cool. I don't know if that's actually how that works, though, so I'll try to figure it out here. To me, that's a fundamental flaw of the smithing skill in general, is that, like, this equipment that you have to spend so much time leveling up is fundamentally identical to stuff that you just get as drops or can buy in shops. All right, starting with the mithril pickaxe, just so I can get more mithril. All right, got my mithril pickaxe. I like the sprite on it. Looks like it's not just the exact same pickaxe, but with a blue head. They've, like, tried to make it look all fancy. Add that to my tool belt. Do the Maddock. I guess I'll do the ore box probably as well. Okay, yeah, I didn't even see this on the menu before. I think it's not, like, meant to be... I thought maybe it'd be like a crazy catalyst or something you need to get it to +1 or +2, but I guess it's just a couple extra bars. Supposing that once it's +1 or +2, it's untradeable. Like, at least that's the way I would do it. I think that would be perfect. If you, like, actually need to get the level in smithing to be able to benefit from it. So I think I probably could have done that with the steel tier, but I didn't even realize it was a thing at all. Yeah, so I think I hit smithing, and I go to pickaxe, and I click on... I have to do +1 first. That costs 2 bars, I see. I kind of wish this was included in the smithing path tutorial, but I don't think it's possible until the steel tier. I guess iron you can have an upgrade on. Okay, mithril can go up to +2, I suppose. Gotcha. Mining damage 16 to 46, rock penetration 30. Okay, so I need another mithril bar to get to the +2. I guess I should do that before anything else. My alarm for the Gothic's cache is going off. I hate that I have an alarm for the Gothic's cache, but, you know, video games, I guess.
Hey, it's Future Marstead again, so I want to introduce a disruptor to the Candy Loop. Candy Loop describes instances where I'm personally delighted to change what I'm doing and go do something else. Dailies like the Gothic's cache are not delightful. They're things that I feel like I have to do because they're time-gated. So I'm going to have to stretch the candy metaphor a bit to make this make sense, but you know how, like, and this might only make sense to American viewers, when you go trick-or-treating, some people have those, like, horrible waxy orange and black candies, or like those horrible waxy peanut candies, where the joke is that, like, all of that candy was actually made in, like, 1910, and it just gets recycled every year from trash cans. That's what having to do dailies feels like to me. It's like going to someone's house and them giving you one of those orange and black candies and being like, well, guess this is happening. I tried to find a RuneScape sprite that might evoke those candies, and the closest I could get is a candy corn, which works for me because I personally hate candy corn, but I know that's a bit more contentious than hating those waxy orange and black candies or those peanut candies. But, you know, I guess some people don't mind dailies and weeklies and monthlies, so maybe a candy corn is perfect. I'm going to use a candy corn to mean I'm being forced to do this, and I really don't want to. You're also going to see this candy corn icon whenever it is preparing to be able to do a daily or a weekly. Okay, let's get back to it.
I don't think I'm going to be able to escape the dailies in this game. I already feel the stress. I think if it worked like... I was talking in the streamed episode about Final Fantasy XIV having this concept of allowances that can accrue, where, like, if you don't log in, you can then log in later and get all of the built-up allowances. So the thing that bugs me the most, I think, is shop stocks, where I feel like I need to have money to buy out the necessary shop stocks to make some training, like, viable. I guess feather packs only restock once per day, which is annoying. So if the shop stock would, like, overstock up to 30 days, and then I had plenty of time to go pick all of that stuff up, or if, you know, the shooting star minigame overstocked over time, where if I didn't play it for 5 days, I'd then have a max of 1,000 Stardust that I could turn into a little Teletubby, that would be great. Cache just opened up. Hopefully I can only have to do 2 of these per day, I guess, if I'm perfect with it. Seems pretty easy to get 100 points now, although I still don't understand why this, like, minigame has competition. I think theoretically it has cooperation in that, you know, you want to alternate which players are the statues versus which players are throwing in the memories. But if you have more than 2 players, it's already too many. Oh, can I leave once I have 100 points? Looks like somebody just did. That's great. I'm just gonna leave once I have enough points. No boost for this one. I still have no idea what the use of divination is. I guess you can do, like, some transmutation you can turn like the prior tier of something into the higher tier of it, but the porter maybe seems interesting. I don't know. It's a very weird skill. When people complain about RS3 skill design, this is what I'm thinking they're talking about. Like, archaeology blows me away. What an incredible skill. This is just, it's so strange to me. Mining 44, 5% better critical swings. Okay. I think they're trying to like position mining as like doing damage to the rocks. I guess that's what the little blue bar is. And the orange bar is your stamina. I do like the idea that potentially you unlock the ability for a skill to become more AFK as you get a higher level in it. That's kind of neat. All right, I made a mithril pickaxe +2. So I'm going to try to do that for like the Maddock. I guess I should just +2 everything? There's any reason not to. Oh, smithing 31. Melt mithril bars faster. Okay, that always happens like too late. Okay, so not every item has an upgrade variant that looks like. I understand. I guess you can't see whether it has an upgrade variant. In fact, is it just the pickaxe? Okay, I have to look into that. Oh, maybe it's just that Maddox specifically cannot be upgraded. Okay, I wish it showed you those things before you had one in your inventory. You need level 30 archaeology to wield this. We'll work on that later. Okay, it looks like you can make a +1 and a +2 of like scimitars. So I'll do that for my existing steel equipment. I'll in advance go ahead and make this a +2 scimitar, +1 armor, all that fun stuff. Yeah, I wish I had noticed this mechanic earlier. If it wasn't for like a trick of the wiki, I wouldn't even noticed it in the smithing production interface that you can make +1 and +2 variants. Alright, I've got enough leftover steel bars. I'm gonna upgrade all my steel equipment to +1. I think that's the highest it goes. But I don't think I was like super missing out by walking around with a vanilla steel scimitar. I looked into it and I guess these like +1, +2 items can still be traded, which is kind of annoying. I feel like the whole advantage of this is to make, you know, some benefits of smithing only obtainable through smithing. But at the same time, you can't get the upgraded items from shops. So for an Ironman, it makes smithing more interesting. It probably doesn't do too much for smithing for a main. Oh, I didn't notice this tooltip for unfinished smithing items. It tells you how much experience is left. So you can use that to calculate whether I'm going to get a level up or not. Okay, that's really helpful. Here comes smithing level 32. Smithing 33. This is starting to get pretty interesting. Like, the time it's taking to make a single mithril plate body is extremely high, and I'm guessing that the time you invest in making the +2 version is even higher. So yeah, if the objective of the rework is to make you feel more connected to the items you smith, I think the upgrade concept is a cool one. Just filtering more bars into them and it taking significantly more time and getting a decent chunk of XP out of it. Cool idea. I guess smithing has felt like it's been more work starting at level 1, but I think it starts to pay off once you get to this upgrade system. About to get another smithing level, making my mithril plate body +2 here. 34 smithing, smith mithril faster, right on. Man, and once you commit to making all these upgraded items, it actually gives you a shitload of XP too, so that's cool. I think it's fairly efficient XP as well. Like, I think just making multiple copies of items is actually less good than just upgrading the same item over and over, which is, I think that's a good choice. I think I definitely made a mistake in most of my smithing training before getting mithril, where I was just making lots of copies of chain bodies and stuff, and I should have been making all those into +1 chain bodies at least. Not a huge error, I think, and I'm glad I caught it as early as I did. It would have been really bad to like make it all the way to adamant without noticing this. Okay, I need more mithril bars to keep working on this, so I'm gonna go do that. I'm not gonna be able to equip these for a while. I gotta get defense up to 30 and attack up to 30, but I guess it'll be my next project once I get back into Slayer. This whole thing is getting me pretty extensively distracted from questing. I'll probably end up taking attack and defense to 30 and do that via Slayer before I get back into questing, because I want to be able to use all this equipment. I think it's going to make questing a bit faster. Be about to get a mining level. Yeah, there it is. And I gotta roll out for Gothics. All right, waiting for this Gothics catch to pop open here. I think after this one I should hit level 50 divination, which means I think I have to find a new sprite location. You're gonna hear me bitch about divination constantly. That's gonna be a feature of the RS3 playthrough. I'm sorry. I'm sure it gets fine later. I just hate the kind of like low effort, there's 10 different palette swaps that are the exact same training loop. Like, I mean, I guess that's arguably true with something like mining, that every 10 levels, you know, you get a new ore that you mine, but there's like little things that are slightly different about them, like how long it takes to mine, how much, little differences about the aura that make them stand out from each other. I'm in the minigame right now completely by myself, and it's honestly so much better to not have a single other player here, which is interesting because I feel like that's completely at odds with the design philosophy of divination in general. All right, I got my 100 points really fast. No other players are ever allowed to show up there again. There we go. Divination level 50. That does something. Smithing 35. Oh, cannonballs. Okay. Wonder if they've changed cannonballs at all. Probably end up. I'm just gonna hit dwarf cannon whenever it shows up in the normal quest order here. I think it's not too far off. 2003. It's kind of awesome that I've gotten to smithing 35 just from trying to make a set of +2 stuff, like a single set of gear versus an entire inventory of 1,000,000 plate bodies. I imagine they can't keep that up late into the higher metal tiers, that at some point you are just making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of plate bodies or whatever, but right now it feels pretty good. All right, I have finished making all of my +2 stuff. It ended up taking me very close to 36 smithing, 45 mining. I will probably not touch these unless if I really need AFK. I guess if I need AFK, I'll go mine at the coal trucks because I'm probably going to need coal for a really long time. Probably. Other than that, though, I'm not going to touch these for a minute. I would like to start working on Slayer. I want to get attack to 30 so I can use my mithril scimitar, and defense to 30 so I can use this mithril equipment, and then we'll get back to questing. Also, since I'm 30 plus attack now, I should be able to get tasks from Vanaka, so I'm going to go talk to him. Vanaka's not here, but there's a note from Vanaka. Okay, I need to read what that says. Hold on. Move to the ruins outside Edgeville Dungeon. Okay. Due to the increasingly challenging rental market. Pretty amusing. I just want to put him in a more convenient spot, I guess. Oh, I guess I'm on like a legacy-only world still. I hopped to this world for a shooting star to turn in my Stardust and haven't been off it for a while, so that was why I was doing the legacy combat there. I tried doing some research. I keep having people tell me that the legacy combat is like hobbled. It's strictly worse than the revolution combat, like especially for endgame content, that there's certain buttons you have to press, that the bosses are designed around that. But it also sounds like revolution makes no sense until you have all of the abilities unlocked, and that there's like kind of an inherent DPS buff that's supposed to be commensurate with having all your abilities unlocked on Revolution. So I might, the short version is I might stay on Legacy Combat until I get a high enough skill level that I should have most of the main buttons unlocked, and then I'll mess around with Revolution. Just because like I feel like having the bar out all the time is cluttered, and the abilities are kind of annoying. Here's Vanaka. I walked right past him on my way downstairs. Get task. 48 ghosts. Okay, I guess that's Taverley Dungeon. Okay, killing ghosts over here. Much easier to fight now. My significantly higher stats last time I tried this. Oh, weird, I just got a pop-up. You unlock the ability to burn bones on bonfires? Why? It happened after I just killed a random... What the fuck? Okay, let me try to Google why that happened. That's completely bizarre. It's a rare drop from ghosts? What? I mean, that's cool, I guess. Like, I didn't think of having an ability to get like abilities as drops from enemies, but it's a 1 in 1,000 drop? Wow. Okay, that's kind of cool though. It's 1 in 1,000, and I got it like really early. Figure out what exactly it does and whether it's worth doing. Okay, so it looks like cremation is worse than the wilderness altar. It's double XP instead of quadruple XP, but it also gives fire making XP, and a decent amount at that, so maybe it's worth doing for that reason. I should get a Slayer level here when this ghost dies. Slayer 23. Ployable herb burner? What the what is happening? Okay. Well, geez, I hope that like it didn't drop other things. It's really hard to see some of the drops here. Okay, deployable herb burner is a permanent unlock. You can use clean herbs on it at a rate of 1 herb per 7 game ticks. The herb will be destroyed. The player will be awarded 10 times the herb lore experience given for cleaning it. 1/10 that much fire making experience. They last for 5 minutes, after which they must be deployed to resume. They're not consumed on deployment. Very rare drop from ghosts. Wow. Ghosts have like fucking such a strange drop table. What the hell? Cremation. Oh, plasmator drops there too? You get the ectoplasmator from Soul Wars in old school. Well, that's neat. I don't know if the XP is better than actually making potions. Maybe it's intended to be used on like shit tier herbs like guams that you don't want to make potions with anymore. Apparently ridiculously lucky that I got like 2 1 in 1,000 drops from ghosts. I don't know how that happens. All right, new task from Vanaka. Zombies. All right, I need to find the lowest level zombies because I'm getting kind of shredded right now. Looks like they actually downgraded the ones in the Stronghold of Security, so that'll work. And I anticipate this will be a nice little AFK never mind. They don't aggro. I'm still on this Legacy Combat only world, and I can't let myself use Legacy Combat because I'm not gonna get used to Revolution, and then I won't be able to do endgame content. But like, it's so much easier to perceive what's happening in a given fight. There's so much abstraction going on with the Revolutions. It's hard to tell like when damage is meant to pop open, right? Like here, I can just absolutely tell. Okay, you know, I'm generally not getting hit for any significant amount of health, and I'm shredding them in like 3 hits. Slayer 24, it said reward increased combat level. I guess Slayer contributes to your combat level. I don't know if that counts as a reward. I guess if it qualifies you for certain content, maybe. Finish the zombie task. What do we get next? Spiders. Try to figure out where I should go for spiders. Giant spiders, probably. All right, I think it's going to be the giant spiders, the level 2 ones, because the next highest level spiders are too high for me. Yeah, I think that's true. Unfortunately, there's only like 2 of them by Lumbridge, but there's a bunch in the clock tower dungeon, so I could try doing the clock tower dungeon. I don't know whether that's a terrible idea or not. Clock tower dungeon is one of the like silliest things in the whole game. It's very, very goofy. They move most of the entrances. I don't remember if there were like 6 ladders here. So you can go in there without doing the quest. I just want to find the spiders to fight them. I love this dungeon. It has extremely strong middle school dungeon master energy, and that's what I live for in RuneScape. And the only downside is it looks like they all drop spider silk, which I think I want to save for crafting, so I might have to make a couple trips to bank all of it. So Retro is talking to me, Retro Rocket, one of my viewers in Discord, about Legacy Combat mode, and all of the feedback I've been seeing about it is that it's like strictly worse than Revolution, that there's a lot of things you can't do with it. There's a lot of content that you can't experience with it. So in general, I'm going to try to avoid it, but it seems like most of those things only become relevant once you actually have the entire list of powers and abilities, which I'm a ways off from getting. And it mainly matters for Slayer if you're doing like magic or range to be able to do AoE damage, because you can clear some of these tasks faster. But it seems like if you're on melee, Legacy's fine. And right now it's easier for me to wrap my head around, so I might just stay on it for the moment. We'll see. I brought some bread with me to do stuff with the spider silk while I'm here. I guess I can just craft these and then dump them. I don't know. It's extra crafting XP, but it's not really saving me inventory space, I guess was the main reason I brought that. It's nice to get new magic equipment, though. I guess just to save some time, I'm going to go ahead and craft these to get the crafting XP out of them and then dump all of the duplicates. I'll save one of each. About to get a crafting level. I just finished the task here. Oh, there it is. Crafting 22, which I think lets me make something else. Spider silk hood. Is that better XP? Yes, significantly. And also it would save me inventory space. So a little late for that unlock, I guess, since I already did this place, but I'll keep that in mind for next time. I'm getting a new task from Vanaka here. What do you got for me, bud? Cave slimes. Okay. I'm guessing those are only in the Lumbered Swamp Cave. Let me check. I've got some anti-poisons to bring with me for that. Yeah, okay, Lumbered Swamp Caves, cool. And I've got the light for that. I probably have a rope, or at least I can buy one quickly. I'm gonna buy 10 ropes from this guy. Oh god, he sells a bronze pickaxe for 1680 GP? Good lord, that's an easy chance to make a mistake. I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of ropes. All right, working on this cave slime task. Let's see how it goes. Got 25 Slayer, which I guess unlocks the mirror shield, but I don't know that I care about Slayer levels at all, unless if they rebalance Slayer to make early Slayer monsters more interesting. In old school, you don't really care about Slayer levels directly outside of quest prerequisites until like 70 plus, maybe even 80 plus. Oh, that's a weird message. Your immunity to poison has been worn away slightly by your opponent. Maybe that's a way to make the later anti-poisons more powerful or something, rather than it just being a duration thing. Hey, attack level 30. I can now use this nice mithril setup. I'm going to switch to defense so I can use my defense armor, or my new mithril armor. Slayer task. I'm excited about Slayer tasks now since it's a pretty big like pool of things. Bears. God, there's so many bears over here. They are a little scary with their level, but maybe we'll be okay. We'll see. I think one of the advantages of them adding summoning to the game is that a lot of like random wildlife enemies like these, which are very, very boring in old school RuneScape, are more interesting because I'm sure that the bear furs are used in the summoning recipe. I'd be shocked if they're not. And it looks like they drop spirit materials like charms and get that spirit sapphire from earlier. All right, another new task here. Zombies again. It's fine. Kind of enjoying having the really short, like, kill 15 to 25 monsters task. So now this feels a little bit more like old school with the really, really long Slayer task. But at least I guess combat generally seems faster. Slayer 26. Working my way to 30 defense. All right, new task. What we get? Just doing this until defense 30. Cave slimes again. Okay. All right, picking up another task. I think I hit 27 Slayer and missed it. What you got for me? Vinaka. Hobgoblins. Okay. I have no idea where to fight those. I know there's a couple in the Edgeville dungeon, but I'll look them up real quick. I think the 5 hobgoblins in the Edgeville dungeon are probably fine. I'm going to go try them. 34 hit points. It looks like they've made almost everything multi-way combat. I guess that makes sense given all the like AoE stuff they added. Powerful Hobgoblin of Pain. Oh, I probably brought some healing with me. Didn't realize I had an opportunity for stuff like this to spawn. I have too much defensive to help me to not die here. And that's a superior. It took a little thing around it like the super cows had. 8 law runes. Alright, I'll take it. Pretty cool. Another cruel Hobgoblin of Pain. I wonder if I'm just like really lucky on spawns here. I gotta run out of here once this thing dies, I think. 100 iron javelins, 4 nature runes, 4 cosmic runes. I feel like that's a more interesting drop than the one I got from that first one there. Oh, if on a Slayer assignment, an elite Hobgoblin is guaranteed to spawn. Interesting. So it's like the super cow. I like that. I think that's a nice change. I feel like the new look of hobgoblins. They did a good job of making them look really distinct from regular goblins. A 3rd superior. The wiki says this is like 1 in 1,000 aside from the guaranteed one, but it's got to be much higher than that. Maybe there's a certain number that are guaranteed to spawn on a Slayer task. I just didn't see that many when I was getting cow Slayer tasks because the assignment count was so low. And it's great. I'm happy to take it. Slayer XP, interesting drops. Mostly getting cosmic runes in these guys. I guess I'm not getting the like 5,000 coin drops I was getting from the super cows. So getting really close to 30 defense, which is when I'm going to stop. I just want to be able to equip this mithril armor that I made and get back to questing. All right, new task. What do we get? Wolves. Okay. I need wolf bones. I'll not bury them this time. Get my revenge on these wolves in here. Easy. Hey, there's defense 30. Guess I'll go get my gear once I leave to deposit these. May as well finish this Slayer task. I can maybe go take these wolf bones and see how many summoning levels it gets me, but it really seems awful. You got my gear from Mithril. Interesting. It's not like really dark blue like I was expecting. It looks cool. I don't know, I've heard people complain about like the RS3 design just having too many polygons and stuff, and maybe that's true for the later armor, but I feel like the early game armor, I mean, it obviously looks more complicated than old school. It looks like PS2 to PS1, but it looks pretty good. So I may have discovered the dark side of RS3. Not really the dark side, but I noticed there's like a sound effect that plays when a loot beam is on the ground. I still haven't tried to figure out how to like reconfigure the loot beam. I have a setting that tells it not to display a loot beam below a certain value, and I'm still getting one for like every kill, which is fine. I'm still struggling to see items on the ground, so it's not a big deal, but it does play like a sound effect every single time. And I was trying to Google how to mute that and discovered a tool called Alt1 that, according to my Googling, Jagex is fine with, because it's just kind of like a screen reader that calculates your XP per hour and can fire some notifications for events and things like that. I am probably going to grab that. I need to figure out exactly how to do it and how to minimize the amount of bullshit on the screen, because I don't want to have a repeat of my late old school RuneScape account where I had like a million RuneLite plugins running all the time. But there's a couple things I'd like to know about, like my XP rates. All right, my task is complete. I picked up the Alt-1 toolkit. I'm probably just going to use it for things like Guthix alerts. I've been setting alerts manually on my phone, which is a pain in the ass. And probably farming patch alerts. That's something I'm very used to from OSRS. You shouldn't be able to see anything. I probably am going to avoid having any of those plugins on the screen unless if I need to have them to show you something like XP rates. But I need to figure out how to not do that now. I had to switch to windowed mode for it. I think they go out of their way to schedule the system update so you can squeeze in one of these caches right beforehand. I'm waiting for one to start here in about a minute. Yes, I think I really don't like the look of Alt-1. I'm going to keep it disabled unless if I'm actively going to be using it for something. It's very easy to get 100 points here if there's no one else here. I will take that. Let's get out of here. Cool. Still getting like 2 levels each time. So I'll take it. Well, as you can see at the top here, there's a system update triggering soon. I assume that that's as little downtime as there is with OSRS. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to get started on Ernest the Chicken now. It made Draenor Manor look significantly more reasonable. Old school, there's like 534 trees out here. Okay, I'm accepting the quest. As far as I can tell, this is the same quest, but again, I'll pop in if anything seems to have changed. They give you a little warning when you go in that you're going to get trapped inside when you open the door. I guess it makes sense why they put that there. We talked to Professor Odenstein. Looking for a guy called Ernest. Where is he? He's that chicken over there. Pressure gauge rubber tube. I think so far this is pretty similar. Oh, the IQ testing room. Is that to explain why there's that, like, really silly lever puzzle downstairs? I need to get into this room with the skeleton. I need to get, like, a key somewhere. I'm trying to remember from OSRS. I've done this a few times now. Oh, yeah, I guess a big part of the struggle is not having a ground items overlay so I can see things that are able to be picked up. Okay, got the fish food, right? I'm gonna have to, like, poison it, if I recall correctly. We poison the fish in the fountain. Should get the pressure gauge. I don't remember how to get into that room with the skeleton, though. Might be outside here somewhere. Piranhas die and float to the surface. Perfect. That's right, there's a key in the compost heap. I think I want to get one of these Draenor Manor cabbages, because those matter for later. Alright, yeah, it was just that key. So here's the tube. Forgotten about that stage. I think this is a unique skeleton. At least it is in OSRS. There's weird drops. They've unified it with other skeletons in this one. It's kind of cool little animation for activating the candle sconce. Now we do the bizarre lever puzzle, which I guess they're recasting as, oh, it's a, I'm testing my creations. It's not just a weird middle school dungeon master thing. Oh, there is a small change here. They put the relevant colors of the levers on the doors, so you could, it's not just like completely arbitrary, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, actually, I'm excited about little subtle changes like these. Like, putting the colors on the doors means that I can do this without just brute forcing it. I can actually try to figure it out, which is pretty cool. I guess this is the thing I'm a little bit more interested in. I get that they remade a bunch of quests from scratch like Demon Slayer, but I'd love them to keep them intact and just make really kind of subtle changes like this to make them a little bit more reasonable to play blind. I guess I still didn't really have any clue at all for the fish food and the poison and the grimy key. That's just from trying to rack my brain to remember what I did in old school. Okay, I think I just turn these in to the professor, and then we should be done. Technically access the killer watt plane. Ernest. Oh, a bunch of feathers and eggs. Okay, take it. Sweet. 10 eggs, 300 feathers. Vampire Slayer. Yeah. Beer. 2 coins to purchase a pint. Can do. Alright, starting Vampire Slayer, which I wonder if they make it a little bit trickier, because it's a pretty important quest to the lore. Yeah, I'll help you. Speak to Harlow. I think I need to grab the garlic. They may have moved some stuff around. This is where I expect to find it. Oh, it's in the drawers up here instead of in like a weird little cabinet. Alright, cool. Garlic obtained. It seems pretty similar so far. Special hammer. Oh, steak hammer. Interesting. They seem to have moved away from requiring you to have any external items for quests, which I guess I understand why they did that, but it was kind of neat that it just like random items like knives would be used in quests. Mentions Morgan having some and buying garlic in Port Sarim. That's kind of cool. Okay, I think we're set. All right, heading downstairs to fight not Dracula. Cutscene. That's cool. Does not go deep enough. Oh, he's got the stake in him, so you just have to use the hammer to finish him off. That's pretty sweet. The music's cool, too. Yeah, I like this. Counting on you. Garlic in your pack weakens the vampire, and there's a little animation. Lovely. That was great. Oh, cool. Like the head falling off at the end. Wow. I'm really excited for stuff like that. That's great. Also, it looks like you have to go back to Morgan to finish the quest, which makes sense, because I think in the original, you kill him, and then the quest completion pop-up just happens in that room. It's kind of abrupt. All right, turning this in at Morgan. Killed the vampire. Huzzah. Combat XP lamp. I'm probably going to keep dumping that on magic. Magic actually cost me runes to train. Oh, really? You advanced 7 magic levels? Okay. That's fine. I'll take magic 27. Ah, Imp Catcher is a new quest, so I'm not going to be able to use those beads and just bring them with me and turn it in instantly. I did find that incredibly amusing in old school. If you show up with the beads already on you, there's like some dialogue to make fun of you for following a quest guide. It's kind of interesting. They've kept the demon that's trapped in the cage, but it's like much more flavorful. A magic trap. Mizgog, Imp Catcher. I'm just going to record this whole thing. Oh, we've got voice acting for this. Okay.
A wizard grey sag next door decided he didn't like me for some reason, so he enlisted an army of imps. The imps stole all sorts of things. Most of them are things I don't really care about, like eggs, balls of wool, things like that.
Voice actor is giving it his all.
Beads. There was a red one, a yellow one, a black one, and a white one. The imps will have spread them all over the kingdom by now. Could you get my beads back for me?
Yeah, that's the same opening. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so some of these quest rewrites are kind of like, sort of like Cataclysm in World of Warcraft, where they redid the entire vanilla world with quests that reference the way the quests used to be, which is great if you played vanilla and knew all of that stuff really well. But if you hadn't and you're playing Cataclysm now, or you're playing WoW now, none of it makes any sense because it's referencing content that was deleted a long time ago. So having it reference the beads is kind of cute. And then this is what it wants me to actually do. Do not be deceived by the fake beads carried by the imps. Uh-huh. All right. That's fun. It's a phlegmatic imp out here. Swallowed the white pill Wizard Greyzag gave over. You tried a bowl of hot water. Hail the steam. Have one. Cheers, mate. They're out then in. Cute. All right, so go to the other elemental altars. I guess this is nice too because this introduces you to the locations of the elemental altars if you're doing it in this order. Guess I'm not 100% sure that the fire and earth altars are in the same spot since they moved the air altar. Guess I'm about to find out. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I just almost walked right past it. I don't have to go in the altar. That's right. There's the imp. Okay. Ow, my spleen. Okay, so he doesn't die. And we all get a imp vomiting animation. It's cute. Alright, so the one's near Varrock. Earth Altar looks like it's in the same location. I'm gonna be so disappointed with me. Why do you care what Greyzag thinks? Why would he be disappointed? Some days you have setbacks. Tomorrow's a new day. Take your time. No one's rushing you to feel better. Nice. Miserably wipe up the imp vomit. Okay. And then the air altar is west of Varrock. The imps are named after, like, the elemental humors or whatever. Phlegm and blood and bile and so on. The goblin raiders over here. I think somebody mentioned that this is like a recurring event. I'll kill one of them. They're a little bit outside of my level range. Just kind of want to see what happens. Although, it might be enough outside my level range that this is an extremely bad idea. See if revolution saves me, I guess. It reminds me of the gang members in Karend in old school. Drops a bunch of logs. Oak logs, yew logs. Okay. Easy enough, I guess. Maybe that's the deal, is they just drop whatever like resource they're interacting with. Sanguine imp. Gotta guard the bead, gotta guard the bead. I ain't done nothing dodgy. Why are you talking so fast? Why they didn't do voice acting for this? This is like funnier, I think. Exercise exorcism. I'm gonna exercise you, not exercise you. Challenge you to a race around the altar. Okay. Interesting. Either they have different challenges for each of them. Eat my dust. Assume you click there. Guess I don't have to beat him, right? I just have to tire him out so he throws up. You won the race. So I guess you do have to win the race. Okay. Feel woozy. Got it. The bead, that is, not the vomit. Okay. I'll go turn this in real fast. Alright, turning these into Mizgog.
How are you doing? Finding my beads?
You know, that's really quiet. It's really quiet in my ear, and I have everything else maxed out. So, like, I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Sorry. Got all 4 beads.
Oh, thank you. Keep them here. I'll check that they really are my beads before I give you your reward. You'll like it. It's an amulet of accuracy.
Awesome. Got his beads back. He's so happy. Cool. Finally have an amulet. Interesting that all XP comes via lamps now, I guess, so that you can avoid gaining XP if you don't want it. Oh, weird. They changed the amulet of accuracy. It only affects ranged now? I guess I'll equip it just to have it, but an interesting choice. All right, next up. I believe that these are, yeah, Prince Ali Rescue. I got really confused when I saw quests in the list from 2001 that aren't in old school. I'm like, did they change something? So yes, they did. Food and combat gear is all I need. Set active. Talk to Ozan in Draenor Village. Okay. Ozan, sup?
Yeah, you. I know you, don't I?
It's fully voice active. Features atmospheric music and effects. Turn on your
I'm
sound.
sure it'll come to me. Never mind for now. My name's Ozan.
Actually, his voice acting is a little bit higher volume than the imp catcher.
Anyway, I'm glad you stopped by. I've got a bit of a situation here and I could use some help. An old friend of mine, Noom's his name, seems to have fallen in with a new gang setting up shop here in Draenor. When I saw him, he was acting all shifty. Wouldn't talk to me about it. I think he's in over his head. So, I need someone on the inside. I'm a bit too well known. Adventures with me tend to be a bit unpredictable. But I'm sure we'll have a few laughs along the way. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it. Accept quest.
Right now, Noom is holed up in the cellar of this house next to us. Knock on the trapdoor, pose as a thug, and try to get yourself recruited. Then see what you can find out about Noom. Any questions?
All right, it's pretty different.
Great.
What do you want? Come on, I don't have all day.
Oh, that's kind of fun. We got it like muffled. Can I come?
Please? I think you got the wrong place, mate. Get lost. What do you want? Come on, I don't have all... Yeah, you seem all right. Come on in.
Yeah, you seem all right. Come on in. I got my phone alarm going off for Gothic's caches. I'll just go do that really fast, get it over with. I am enjoying this game. I am enjoying RS3, but I hate dailies. I hate dailies. I hate hourlies. Chores I have to do so I can play the game, you know? Alright, let's do this cache and get back to playing the game. Alright, I got my 100 points. Let me get the hell out of here. Another 2 levels. That's fine. Alright, trying this again.
What do you want? Come on. Yeah, you seem all right. Come on in.
Alright, what we got going on here?
Hello, stranger. Welcome to the scullery. I take it you're here to join the skulls, not for the atmosphere. That is to say, you're surrounded by skulls. One wrong word and your throat will be cut before you finished saying it. That clear?
Got it.
Good. In which case, my new friend, you'll be wanting to pass my little initiation. It's just a few theoretical situations you might find yourself in if you pass. And if you don't pass, well, use your imagination. Now that the formalities are out of the way, first question.
I like the dartboard with the machete stuck in it. That's cool.
You see a wealthy resident leaving Drano Market laden with goods. They stop and ask for your help carrying their goods home. Suppositionally, what do you do?
Think any of these are good? Get put into their will.
Clever. You minimize risk and maximize loot. Not too shabby. Okay, now for question 2. A fellow gang member is wrongfully imprisoned. What method do you theoretically use to liberate them?
Dig a tunnel?
That would take a long time, but it's a solid plan. And if the tunnel isn't discovered, it can be used again. Okay, final question. A stranger disrespects you in public. What do, hypothetically speaking?
Kick them in the hypotheticals. Make nice, walk away, find out where they live.
The old unicorn head in the bed trick.
Oh, that's right. Horses don't exist in the RuneScape universe. Forgot about that.
You risk looking weak in the short term, but in the long term, people will grow to fear you. Okay, you gave some good answers there. You've clearly got potential.
I think all the answers are probably legitimate.
Risk minimizer, I'd say, and a steady earner to boot. Don't mess up, and I can see you as an underboss. Well done. Welcome to the Skulls, recruit. You have any questions about the gang?
Do you know some guy named Ozan? Tell me what jobs you have.
As a matter of fact, 3 of my best are out on a job right now. A kidnapping. It's our biggest job so far. Plus, I get
This is how they get
bonus
Prince
for
Ali.
sticking it to my old employer. It's relatively risk-free, too. We've got some lady backer doing all the heavy lifting. But you don't need to know any more than that. That's enough questions for now. I've got a task for you. Don't worry, I'm not going to get you to kill anyone. Yet. Just run some supplies to my guys. I'll fill you in when we're at our HQ. This place is just where we unwind. Thing is, I'm not going to tell you where our HQ is.
Oh, okay.
Consider this one final test, a practical to follow the theory. But if you can't find it, well, I guess maybe you aren't Skulls material after all.
Kidnapping. Tell Ozan about this. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like the new dialogue and stuff for joining the Skulls. It's nice. I'm trying to Google the RS3 audio issue, and I am finding a bunch of other people reporting that this game's max volume is like way quieter than most other games. So I'm going to try to keep doing some research to see if there's a fix. At least for your purposes, I'm going to try turning everything else way down and then turning the audio and OBS up. We'll see if it makes a difference now that there's a lot of quests with the voice acting. I'll listen back to the VOD later. It might take me a couple episodes to get that right. Yeah, Googling it just sounds like this game is half the volume of most other games. All right, talking to Ozan.
Hey, so you made it back out alive? Are you in? What did you find out?
Find the HQ.
This kidnap job he mentioned worries me. I want to ask him about it. He said he wants you to meet him at his gang's HQ, then run supplies to his mercs. So, it sounds like he'll be making his own way there soon. We should wait for him to surface, then follow him. That's how we'll find the HQ. Once we get him alone, I'll step in, and we can find out more about what he's mixed up in. There must be more going on. The Noom I knew wouldn't do something like this. Are you ready to trail Noom back to his HQ?
Yeah, let's do it.
Noom comes out, we need to keep him in our sights. But don't get too close, or else he'll spot you.
Oh, okay, there's a mission like this in old school.
So he doesn't see me.
Sins of the Father.
If you're getting too close, or he's getting too far away, I'll let you know. I think I hear him coming. Let's do this. We should be okay here.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Let's go.
Here's your money. The shipment arrives tomorrow morning.
We should be okay here. Let's go.
Tomorrow's dinner will be
Bigzilla.
Your protection money is due tomorrow. Yours too, Yango.
Oh, Django, that's nice.
Beat. Play something good.
Notice these musicians around the
That's
world.
better.
Music appreciator. Music enjoyer.
Move up. He just went into the old jail. That must be his gang's HQ.
Okay, so this is tying into Prince Ali Rescue.
Noom went into the old jail. We should go in and confront him. Unless you'd...
Confront him.
Okay, he went in here. Let's have a little chat with him.
Well done, recruit. You found the HQ.
Is it all a trap?
Ozan! Recruit! Now it's time for you to kill someone. Well, what are you waiting for? Unless you're working together? Damn you, I'll kill you both myself.
Whoa, that was pretty cool. I like the
No, you're
camera
good
angles and
just
stuff.
there. What are you up to, Noom?
Bah! Nothing you've never done, you hypocrite. When we first met, you were nothing but a thief.
But at least I have a code. There are some things you just don't do. You were a palace guard, for head's sake. What happened?
You happened. That night you snuck into the palace. They blamed me for letting you in. I was disgraced. Turfed out after 20 years of loyal service. All thanks to an impetuous boy's curiosity.
Yeah, this is way more interesting than
Then
Prince
you
Ali
just
Rescue.
left Al-Kharid. Not a word to me.
I had no choice. They banished me. I'm sorry we lost touch. But that's no excuse for what you're doing now. Let me help you.
Help me? How? To become a good thief? A famous hero? Pah! Me and my gang are doing just fine.
You call being involved in a kidnapping fine? What's that about?
Yes? Speak up. If you have got something to say, you can share it with the whole class.
Who's this? Another of your lackeys, Noom? I have to say, she's prettier than the rest of them. But you're not getting the old man, sweetheart. He's helping us out.
Oh, you are fast. But you will not stop me taking him, hero.
Hero? So you've heard of me. What am I saying? Of course you've heard of me. I'm Ozan.
Ozan the Bloody Marvelous. I know who you are. You are still a smarmy git. And now you've fallen in with this traitorous scum and his gang.
Whoa, hang on there. We're not part of his gang. And if you're not either, then who are you? No,
the backer.
wait, don't tell me. I know this. Those piercing jade eyes, the full soft lips, that dulcet voice, the scary-looking crossbow aimed at my heart. Is that you, princess?
Ugh, do not call me that. I am not a princess.
Of course, I'm sorry. It's Leela, right? Look, I may be many things, but we aren't Noom's skulls.
Noom sneaking out behind us.
You could have fooled me.
Look, Noom's men are kidnapping someone tied to Al-Kharid. We're trying to stop it. We can work together. You have to trust us. I'm loading my bow. Don't shoot.
Or you could shoot, but that would ruin my favorite shirt.
Fine. I will trust you. For now. But only because I need information too. Do not think this makes us friends. But you are too late to stop the kidnapping. The prince went missing while he was touring Lumbridge. I have followed the trail to Draenor.
Wait, what? You've kidnapped Prince Ali? I knew you'd got into some serious stuff, but this?
Finished your lover's tiff? Well, I'm not telling you a thing. Neither of you have the guts to cause me harm.
Yeah,
I do.
That may be so. But you don't know my friend here. If you won't talk to me or Leela, you can talk to him.
That's great. What interrogation technique will you use? Lock you up and throw away the key.
Sure, that won't be fun. But I was a palace guard for a long time. My imagination will keep my mind occupied until my men break me out.
But what if they don't come, eh? What if they just replace you? Imagine that.
Bah! I'll find a way out.
I'll beat the truth out of him.
Ha! Torture me all you want. I'm trained to withstand it. Besides, by the time you got anything out of me, the prince would be long gone.
I'm not comfortable with that. Whatever Noom might think, I'm still his friend.
Seriously? After what he's done?
No beatings allowed. Truth serum?
As if any of you has the skill to just whip up a truth serum. Even if you did, or could find someone to do it, my info would be out of date before the serum was ready.
Don't look at me. I'm rubbish at mixing potions.
My father might know how, but he's much too far away. We need to get Noom to talk here and now.
Trying to attack my pride, eh? Think I might let something slip? That might work if I didn't have complete faith in my men. The 3 mercs I sent on this job are my best.
Ah, so there are only 3 of them.
They won't be alone. They'll be with... Yeah, you're not getting any more out of me.
What will you take pride in while locked up?
Right. Yeah. Like your love of food, Noom. How much is your imagination going to feed you when all we give you is bread and water?
Now, hang on. Let's not do anything rash here. A man cannot live off bread alone. I need meat and cheese, ale, fruit,
He immediately
wine,
folds on that.
coffee. Oh, gods, no! Don't take away my coffee!
Make your jail time more palatable.
I'll talk.
That's
Just
pretty
don't
funny.
deprive a man of food, all right? Besides, the skulls, we're only hired help. Our benefactor, Lady Kelly, this is her
Okay, so we've kept
camel
Leela,
shop.
we've kept Kelly.
Lady Kelly. So, you're just a pawn in all this. Noom, who is this Kelly woman?
I don't know who she is. I've never met her, only dealt with her 2 cronies, some tall guy with an eye patch and his half-wit friend. The kidnap It's all Kelly's plan. My guys are just providing support to act as guides in Masgarnia and as muscle if it came to that.
It's too late to climb up on us now, Noom. Where are they?
Fine, there's a staging area directly south of here, on Draenor's coast. My men were to lead them there. There's a boat docked. Once this Lady Kelly had the prince safely aboard, we were getting paid and cutting ties.
Get to the shore, quick! There may still be time. I will join you once I have dealt with this fool.
Catch up as soon as you can, Princess. We'll wait
Since
for you
this
at the
was
shore
by
just
far
south of
the
here.
most robust
Let's go.
quest in terms of voice acting, I'm going to stop the recording after this and just check to make sure that it sounds okay. I think the audio balance sounds okay. All right, here are the kidnappers. Mercenary Joe.
Everybody stop. Hand over the prince now, and I might only kill you a bit.
Not the most convincing demand, little man.
I like the new Lady Kelly model.
Make one wrong move and I'll kill the prince now. Save us all some trouble.
The big guy over here.
Don't give them what they want.
Hold your tongue, boy. The lady's talking.
Besides,
Your classic, like,
you're outnumbered and
henchman.
outmatched.
Tall,
You
thin,
two
short,
don't
fat.
stand a chance.
Make that 3.
Like it makes a difference. The prince is coming with me. Try to stop us, and he dies. Apep, Heru, to the boat.
Yes, Lady Kelly.
Yeah, lady.
It's kind of wild how,
Girls,
like,
kill these fools
much
and deliver the ransom
more
to
robust this quest
Al-Khalid.
is than even the other remade quests. I guess, like, Vampire Slayer had a lot of new stuff, but it was still really fast.
See, we ain't doing nothing without our money.
You will do as I command.
Whoa! Custom cutscene. Effort. Oh, shit. That's cool.
Let's do this!
Mess him up. Right, they're extremely dead. Ransom note.
Well, that's those thralls dealt with.
Yes, but Lady Kelly got away with the prince. On my watch, too.
It's not over yet, Leela. We'll get him back. I promise you that.
That's not good enough. I should have stopped them here. I failed. I have to follow after them. Father will never... I know.
Kelly was too
You
powerful.
two must deliver the ransom message to my father. His name is Osman. He's Al-Kharid's spy master. He will be in the palace.
Whoa there, Princess. I've met your old man, remember? And he's none too fond of me. I'm not exactly welcome in Al-Kharid these days, either. Osman would clap me in irons as soon as he caught sight of me.
Not if I tell you my passphrase. If you give him that, he will know the message comes from me. He will have to listen. The kidnap of Prince Ali is too important.
Why don't you take him the ransom message, and we'll try to track down the kidnappers? Or we could all just go together.
No, someone has to take the message to him, and I cannot face him.
Sounds like a
Not
quest.
after failing here. Please.
As you wish, Princess.
Thank you. I am sorry I did not trust you before, but I am trusting you now. My passphrase is Hamzanama.
Hamzanama.
Do not forget it.
Okay.
And stop calling me princess.
Well, I guess I've got my, orders. Look, I know you've kind of been dragged into this so far, but I could really do with your help. Would you come with me to Al-Kharid?
Yeah, let's go.
Good for you. Just think, it'll be something to tell your grandkids one day. The time you traveled with the amazing Ozan. Also, I'm not exactly welcome in Al-Kharid these days. I could do with a friend to vouch for me. I can tell you visited Al-Kharid before. We can use the home teleport spell to get there if you'd like. It'd save us some walking.
The palace is a straight shot south of the lodestone there.
Okay, that's interesting, just referencing the spell. I enjoyed that about old school quests. There's a lot of quests where they just talk about like the game mechanics.
Good idea. I'll
Which
follow
usually
you.
would get abstracted, right? Oh, he draws one too. That's cute. I guess you do have to walk there if you don't have the lodestone yet. Okay, Osmond's usually standing outside the palace, but maybe not now.
Well, here we are. Al-Kharib. Home sweet home.
Sort of.
Come on, let's head to the palace.
Notice that Ozan and Leela both pronounce Al-Kharid differently. Ozan says it the way I say it. I was hoping the voice acting would like add some clarity as to how to pronounce some things.
The palace is under lockdown by order of the Enid. Please move along.
But we have urgent business. We must speak with Spymaster Osman immediately.
Oh, you must you? And I suppose my orders mean nothing, hmm? No one is to come in.
It's about the kidnap of Prince Ali.
What's this nonsense? The prince is safely touring around Lumbridge.
No, he is not. We just saw him being woman-handled into a boat headed for the desert. And if I'm not mistaken, his kidnappers were wearing blue and gold, the colors of Menaphos.
Oh, we're doing Menaphos lore. Okay, maybe that's part of this, because I think this is
So
a
it's
prerequisite to
spreading
get into
dissension
Menaphos.
hysteria, is it? You're one of those pro-war nuts trying to stir up trouble. Go on, tell me some more. Make me arrest you.
Arrest us.
Lock us up. Take us to your leaders.
Ha! Nice try. You aren't fooling me. You're not getting in that way either. I wouldn't arrest you even if you were the world-renowned thief Ozan, and you were trying to break into the Emir's very own bedroom to pinch all of his left socks.
But I am Ozan.
Now I've heard it all. Brilliant. Wait till the others hear about this one. In the meantime, you two clear off.
Damn. There's no way we're getting in the front door.
Yeah,
But that
breaking in.
guard gave me an idea. We're going to break in and find Osman for ourselves. It's not like I haven't broken into the palace before.
Come on, we need to get up onto the roof of the crafting store first. It's in the northeast of the city.
Okay, that's cool. I like that they're using the whole follower party member thing. That happens in old school, the quest where the goblin girl follows you around. And then it happens very infrequently after that. It's here, right? How do you want us to get on the roof? It's this door here, right? Climb up steps. Ladder. Whoa, what an animation. That's interesting. So we don't have rooftop courses in RS3, but we have what's effectively a rooftop course for this quest. Be nice if this gave you a small amount of agility XP. So far, I really like this.
Excuse us, coming through. If you go through the building, there's a washing line we can walk across.
Get off my laundry. You don't have to be so cool about climbing the ladder, man. It's a little slow because it makes you wait for Ozan to catch up to you every time, which is unfortunate, but... I wonder if this all remains accessible after the quest, probably. Just showing off all their cool agility animations for a rooftop course that doesn't actually exist, it feels like. You're like 90% of the way there and one of these just like breaks, you fall. Bounce on the awning. Nice. Surprised they don't have the like, I don't have Ozan lead here and have you follow him. Leave it to Ozan, flagpole. Gonna do the
I've got this one.
teeth zip line. It's cool.
Okay, now we just need to get across to the palace.
Shimmy across. My full plate. Climb up the brickwork.
Hold up, there's a voice coming from that window. I think it's Osman.
I am gonna like fully record all of these quests, because I think part of what I want to do with this series is to like document RuneScape 3 for OSRS players who don't actually want to play it, but kind of want to see what they're missing, without having to do any of the grinding. So some of these episodes might run pretty long. I think this quest is already running pretty long in terms of just raw voice acting time.
That's better. I can actually breathe over here. I find the incense gets up my nose.
Are we gonna make Osmond a bad guy
Among
here?
other things.
Osman, you're stalling. This situation is untenable, and you know it. The peace between our kingdoms is shaky at best. Between
Okay, I
the
guess not.
enemy's illness and the prince going missing, you need to establish some stability here.
Not missing. Kidnapped. This was a deliberate act. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that Menephos was behind it, employing politics where war has failed you. Rest assured, my people are looking into this.
Be careful with your accusations, Spy Master. The Pharaoh sent me here as an envoy of peace. Menephos is not in the business of kidnapping.
No, it's just warmongering and slavery these days, isn't it?
And your people had best steer
I
clear
like how
of
they've tried to make
Menephos
some of the
if they
quest character
value their
models like stand
lives.
out from the default human model.
Enough, gentlemen, please.
For,
keep
like,
your
player
tongues
characters.
civil in the Emir's presence.
It is all right, Hassan. I would hear this plainly. The peace must be maintained. But my answer is no, Ambassador. No Manafite will ever sit on Al-Khalid's throne, even if only as custodian. You would leave your city leaderless? I am not dead yet, Jabari. And even if I were, leaders would rise, be they of royal blood or not.
Indeed. Menephos's pharaoh is proof of such.
How dare you!
Ostman, you shall not insult our guest like this.
Oh, then how should I insult him?
I like improvements like this to the quest because I feel like the quests are already like one of the biggest like selling points of RuneScape. So making sure that the early game experience is as solid as the late game
Osman.
stuff. Like this feels like about as robust of storytelling as something like Song of the Elves, but for
I am
Prince Ali
sorry.
Rescue.
Ambassador, my most sincere apologies.
Even without myself or my son, Al-Khalid is strong. You have my answer. Very well, wise one. I shall take it back to my pharaoh. Hassan, please see our guest out.
After you, Ambassador.
You shouldn't have riled up Jabari so much.
Oh, but it's so much fun.
Indeed it is. Now, forget what I told Jabari. The truth is I have little time left. I am dying, old friend.
I feared as much.
If my son is not safely returned to succeed me, Menephos will declare war again.
Add some stakes to the quest.
My son and bring him home. At any cost.
At any cost, Emir? Even if the ransom is to be the Kharid Ib?
No, never. The Khalid Ib belongs in Al-Khalid, and here it must stay. If that is the ransom, you must find another way.
It's just a diamond, Emir.
I have my reasons,
Is it just a
But
diamond?
it's your son.
and you have your orders.
Hop in the window.
Yes, Emir. I will not fail you.
Whoa! Did you hear that? Things are worse than we thought. But I remember now. The ransom's not for the Emir's actual heart. It's referring to a diamond. I saw it once when I was a boy. In fact, it's part of the reason I was kicked out of Al-Kharid. The Kharidib. It loosely translates to the heart of the sun. That's what the kidnappers want. But if the Emir won't let us take it, then maybe we should just not ask.
Seems like a bad idea, y'all, but okay. Somewhere else we can go to break in here.
More brickwork.
Oh yeah, right. Trapdoor, there's some steps. Locked.
Not that way. Too many guards. We'll get caught by the guards if we go that way. Let's climb down into the vault.
The skylight.
I'll tie off a rope. Okay, the diamond's in that contraption at the back of the room. But it's locked up tighter than the business end of a camel. And I should know. I've had first-hand experience.
What?
To clarify, that's first-hand experience with the diamond.
Jesus Christ.
This is the room where Osman found me when I was younger. It's the reason I was banished from Al-Kharid, and the reason Noom got kicked out of the palace guard. Funny how life works out, huh? At least I'm here for the right reasons now. Problem is, I never did figure out how to get the diamond out. I think it has something to do with those
puzzle.
head scales in the middle of the room.
Just the...
Have a look around. See what you can find. Maybe there's something in those chests that'll help. Don't just yank it open. It might be booby-trapped. Pull that sticky out thing first. Yeah, that one. Then jiggle the doohickey and... Bingo!
Bingo bango.
What does it say? Does it help? Let me know if you need any help figuring it out.
We got the ransom note. The Desert God had granted the Emir 2 requests only. The Emir thought for a moment before asking Het to pick up 3 ambassadors in each hand. It's one of those like classic math puzzles. 2 of the remaining ambassadors, 1 in each hand, but again found no difference. Emir had used up his request. The 9th ambassador, the guilty party, had not been weighed and believed himself free of justice, but the Emir knew otherwise. All others have been weighed and found equal, so you must carry the heavy heart of guilt. Okay. Yeah, this exact puzzle is in one of the introductory like Pathfinder 2nd edition adventures, which is fun. So I think that basically just tells you the solution, right? Where you split it in half and you only get 2 requests. 2 of the remaining ambassadors. So you do 3 of each. Okay, so we know it's none of them, right, is the idea. And then we weigh the last 2. Yeah, it's a classic math puzzle. Alright, so we know this is the one. Take the weight you believe to be the heaviest. Okay, place weight.
Someone's in the vault. Guards, get this door open. And there's no reason.
I love all the
for
little like
alarm
audio
in here.
processing they do to make it sound like people are on the other side of a door.
Quick, we have to get to the roof before...
Uh-oh.
They cut the rope!
Please, don't leave on my account. Not that you'd get far.
Osman! Old buddy!
It's a cool introduction to
Long time
Osman.
no
I think you just
see.
like talk to him randomly.
This isn't what it looks like.
Really?
Leela sends you to
Because
him.
what it looks
Or he's in the
like
quest
is
starts by
me
talking to him, maybe?
catching the so-called master thief Ozar, who's attempting to steal the Karib Ib for a second time.
Yeah, well... okay, it is what it looks like.
Guards, take them away. Hold.
Learn that I am going to save the prince.
Explain.
We found out they were involved in the prince's kidnapping, so we tried to intervene. Your daughter was there.
Leela.
Oh, Leela's
came straight
Osman's
into warning
daughter.
to pass
I
on
may
the
have been in
ransom
old
note.
school. I don't remember, though. It basically never comes back up.
And yet I find you in here.
The palace is in lockdown, so we used a different entrance.
Ha. So I see.
Okay, sure, so we broke in. But on our way in, we overheard the Emir ordering you not to trade the diamond.
So you thought you'd just ignore the Emir's orders and steal it?
Those are your orders, not mine. I'm no soldier. I'm not even an Al-Kharid citizen anymore, if you remember.
Yes, and if you remember, that's due to a situation very much like this one. Do you have anything to back up this little story?
Yes, Leela gave us her passphrase.
Ah, it's true she would only freely give such information to an ally, and only in dire circumstances. Very well. If you can tell me my daughter's passphrase,
Oh god, it was forever ago.
I'll be more inclined to believe you.
Oh,
It was this one, thankfully. Scheherazade.
Okay, let's for a moment say I believe you. Why did Leela not return with you?
They detract the
pretty
kidnappers.
much ordered us here to get some aid.
That certainly sounds like her. But you must know my orders mean I cannot allow you to leave with the diamond. Hand it over. Now follow me. You can tell your little tale to the Emir.
Well, Osman, who's in my vault?
Emir, may I present our two intruders?
My son. Is this him? Is he returned? Come closer, boy. I can't see you from here.
Or Shaw.
I am sorry, Amir. I am not your son, but I do bring news of him. And that is why we must take the diamond, Emir.
Osman, I gave you your orders. Did you think these two might convince me where you did not? I am not one of your assets to manipulate. The carried imp stays here. No exceptions.
I am sorry, Emir. That was not my intention.
But you agreed with us, Osman. You said yourself it is just a diamond.
The Emir's word is law. Come, let us leave him to his rest.
No!
Well, those end down.
We're not leaving until we've convinced you. I don't understand, Emir. How can you be so callous?
An important diamond.
Do not presume to judge me, child. I love my son, but I also love my people, and they must come first. It is not for you to understand. If, as you say, you wish to save my son, then I beg you to do so. But you are not taking my heart.
Oh, shit. Graphics. Oh, no one can know that he's dead or we're in trouble.
Hassan, do something. There is nothing to be done. The Emir has passed. If Menefos hears of this before the prince is returned, we are lost.
No! I didn't mean for... Did I do this?
Kind of.
Don't be absurd, Ozan. You heard yourself. He was dying.
I know, but... I mean... I need some air.
Good idea. In fact, you should all go. I must attend to the Emir's last rites. Before you say anything, I hold neither you nor Ozan accountable
Well, that's good.
for the Emir's death. He has been ill for a long time. Where did Ozan go, anyway?
I wonder if they end the
Emir
quest
was a
here,
direct
because it looks like they
man,
split it
and
into two
yours
quests,
were
right?
words he needed to hear. In light of the situation, I am also ignoring your attempted theft, but don't get any ideas. I am the spy master here, and it falls to me to form a plan of rescue. Although I may have need of you and Ozan once I have done so, please tell Ozan that his past deeds are forgiven. He is free to return
Yay.
as a citizen of Al-Kharid. And as for your part in this, the city of Al-Kharid rewards you.
Yeah, okay, so it's part 1. Gotcha. 3 quest points. Combat XP lamp. Agility XP lamp. Thieving. Talk to Noom in the Drainer Jail for 4 thief titles. Okay, cool.
The ransom message the kidnappers gave you concerns me.
Diamond in the Rough is fully voice acted and features atmospheric music and effects. Oh, okay, that's different from what's mine is yours.
Please
That is the
get
next one, then.
Ozan and meet me back up in the vault. There's something I need you both to see before you get it into your heads again to steal the cat. Will you do this? It might get dangerous.
Yeah, let's do it. Food and combat gear. Medium to long. Access to the Calphite Nursery. Interesting.
Excellent. My guards inform me that Ozan is back, loitering at the foot of the palace steps.
Alright, that was fun. Let me go ahead and burn all these lamps. Keep dumping these on magic. Definitely take the agility XP. Eating 21. Sure. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna keep going here. I don't think I'm gonna set any, like, episode runtime limit for this series. There was definitely kind of an order to the episodes back in old school. I did about 8 hours of recorded content per episode. Here I'm just gonna record them and then stitch them together in a way that makes sense. I think I don't want to go over 6 hours because that'll stop me from being able to edit videos on YouTube, but these might be a little long. And as I've said repeatedly, I don't think most RuneScape players care because you're just looking to have a video in the background while you do your own skilling, right? Alright, let's continue.
I'm sorry I slipped away after the Emir's death. Had to clear my head, you know? Got myself officially reacquainted with Al-Kharid. They have some tasty kebabs over at Karim's.
Pass on, your past actions are forgotten, you're welcome back as a citizen.
Really? Even after all that business in the palace?
Yeah.
You think maybe he's come up with a plan to rescue Prince Ali? Then lead on. Let's go talk to him.
I am wholly convinced your aim has always been to rescue Prince Ali, and that you are only trying to steal this diamond in order to pay his ransom. But I caught you in the act, and that was just as well, for, if you recall, the first part of the ransom message says to follow the path of the sun.
Into the lion's mouth. Yes, I remember it.
Forget that second part for a moment. I don't know what that alludes to. What I do know is that the path of the sun is somehow linked to the Carid Ib.
You doing a,
The
Indiana
real
Jones?
Carid Ib.
Oh.
I've handled enough precious gemstones to know that's a real diamond.
True enough, but it is still not the real Carid Ib. And if you had succeeded in stealing this fake, you would not have been able to find the prince. By getting you to follow this path of the sun, the kidnappers ensure that they are delivered the real diamond. There is no way to even find Prince Ali without taking the Carid Ib, let alone rescue him.
It's more interesting than the little, like, dress up a character with a wig.
I
Part
shall
of the
not
quest.
dishonor myself or the Emir's memory by disobeying his last order.
Then why tell us all of this?
Because I understand how you think, Ozan, and I did not want you to attempt another theft. Especially if all you ended up with was the fake.
Cool. I like Osman.
Wait. Is it that you don't want us to steal the diamond at all?
Shut up,
or just
Ozan.
not the wrong diamond? Is this
Put
how
our rope
spies
back.
ask for help?
I'm not asking you anything. I'm not telling you anything, and I'm certainly not helping you to steal anything. Are we clear on that?
Clear as swamp tar.
I don't suppose you can also not tell us where the real diamond is?
What I can tell you is that placing the heavy weight on the diamond display triggers an alarm, which is how I caught you before.
Oh, smart.
Maybe you should just keep hold of it.
Right. The heavy weight. And what would happen to someone if they were to steal this diamond?
Let's just say that your banishment was a lenient sentence. Whoever steals the diamond best not return to Al-Kharid without it.
Right. Of course. You're a crafty one. I'll give you that. I see how it is you became spy master. You'd make for a great thief.
Indeed. And you, a great agent. Now, I shall lock this vault, and it shall not be opened again until the prince is safely returned.
Got it.
And remember, I was never here. This conversation did not happen. Good luck to you both.
Come on, we've got to move fast. Grab the heavyweight again, then let's get out of here. If you've got any questions, we can talk once we're out of Al-Kharid. For now, just trust me.
Have you do the puzzle again, which makes sense. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Good. Now let's get out of here. You go first. We'll get caught by the guards if we go that way.
So we also can't use the trapdoor, I assume. Alright, you've seen me do these animations before in the other direction, so I'm gonna pause. Alright, there's a way to end it quickly. You don't have to go all the way back. We drop over on this cart
This
here.
is going to be fun.
Parrot drop. It's like a Assassin's Creed gag.
Can we go again? Okay. This Path of the Sun has got to be in the desert somewhere. So let's head around the back of the palace to Shantae Pass and get out of here.
Ante Pass. Oh, weird.
Excuse me? We're not taking you anywhere. Me and my friend here are heading into the desert.
I do not wish to go there. I'm scared.
That's weird.
Like I just said, we're the ones going, not you.
Please take me back home.
Right. I think you've had too much sun, Effendi. You just stay here in the shade.
He talks like that. That's interesting.
Oh, hello, Effendi. I'm sorry I did not see you there. How can I help you? Are you heading into the desert?
Yeah, we just said.
Here, I insist you take some supplies.
Oh, free supplies.
Really? You don't
Nice.
have to.
It is done, Effendi.
Thanks. I think.
Yeah, otherwise, you'd be in trouble here if you're just wandering through the desert.
Well, that was weird. Did it seem to you that Shantae was acting weird for a moment there?
Just a bit.
You don't think something was controlling him, do you? Like what Kelly did to those mercs back in Draenor?
Eyes weren't glowing. He didn't try to kill us.
Yeah, I guess. It was still weird, though. Let's just press on. Ah, take in that air, the open desert. Smells like adventure. And maybe just a hint of Ukthanki Dang. So, did you have any questions before we continue?
Why do we steal the heavyweight?
Osman Plana said to not put it on the diamond display, but to keep hold of it. And thinking about it, it's a typically devious Kharidian trap. Hide things in plain sight, tempt you with a shiny decoy, and then throw in some nasty death traps, just for laughs. It's the #1 cause of death for professional tomb raiders, you know. Also, I don't know if you've read it, but the law of the diamond has it that one of the 9 ambassadors swallowed the diamond to steal it. Exactly.
Oh, that's clever.
At least, I think so. We should find out for sure before we go any further.
Let's keep going.
All right. Let's crack open that fat little ambassador and see what we've won. Hello, beautiful!
Nice.
Did that screech come from the diamond?
Help us find where we're going here. Oh. That's cool.
Well, that's new.
That's new.
I guess Osman wasn't kidding about his diamond showing us the way. I don't know. But it's got
Sundial.
a carving of Het's face on its base. He's the desert god those scales back in the palace vault were modeled on. This is definitely the right place to start.
All right. Back to Sundial. Oh, interesting. Bunch of different symbols. I think these are the different gods, right? There's a scarab, there's a monkey, there's a crocodile. I know about some of these because of... I haven't done Tombs of a Masket, but I'm kind of aware of it through like Reddit
Any
posts
joy
and the
with
like.
that sundial yet? The detailing on the base seems to be of the lesser god Het. If that helps any, he's the most human-looking of all the desert gods.
It looks like you've got to rotate the sticky up part to point at one of the symbols on the sundial's face. I doubt it'll help us here, but I could tell you a little about the desert gods.
Yeah, actually. Sounds great. Sure, why not?
There are 8 gods in the desert pantheon. 1 for every day of the week, plus another for luck. There's the head honcho, Tumeken, and his wife, Elignis. Yeah, and they've got 2 kiddies. Icthrarin's an okay dude, but the less you say about his sister, Amaskut, the better.
Okay.
She started out fine, but something happened to her. Most people call her the Devourer these days, on account of her being a destructive, murderous psycho.
I think this quest was written by somebody else. Ozan's
Tumeken also created 4 lesser gods.
pretty silly.
Whatever that's supposed to mean. First, you've got Strongman Head. He's pretty popular in Al-Kharid. The statue scales in the Emir's vault was of him. Then there's Apmeken. She's a cheeky monkey. Next up is Krondis, a snappy crocodile goddess. And finally, you've got lonely little Scabaras. But then I reckon you'd be lonely too if you had a beetle for a head.
Got it. Okay. So this is the guy we want.
Nicely done. What did you do?
Rotated the sundial to point at the symbol of the
You
man.
mean head. Head sundial, head symbol. That's simple, huh? That beam of light coming out of the sundial must be our path of the sun. I guess that means we follow it. At this rate, we'll have the prince rescued before the day is out. Let's go.
Yeah, this is already, like, really good. I'm quite impressed by it. Oh, this is the monkey one? Okay.
Look, there's the sundial, but something's off. Let's get...
Oh, shit. I like these cutscenes. Wait. Do we not actually have to fight them? That seems like a bug.
Huh? The top part of this sundial is broken off. I bet those bandits have
Oh,
it.
I see.
Are you ready to take them on?
Give me the opportunity to not load straight into a fight. Got it.
Why won't you take me back home?
It's the same thing happening to Shantae.
What? That's not a very bandity thing to say.
Turn back now. Take me back to the palace.
Oh my gods. It's the diamond. The Karidib is talking to us through him.
That's spooky.
Take me back, or you will die.
We'll see about that.
What? Who are these 2? Kill them.
Nice.
Not today yet. Not today.
Oh, some food and some more water skins. They really want to make sure you don't run out of water skins here. I appreciate that. Alright, so this one was the monkey.
The last bandit dropped the broken sundial piece.
Oh, there it is. I see.
I can't believe it. The diamond's trying to get us killed.
He was trying to warn us.
And leave the prince to die? If we don't rescue the prince, Menopause will start up the war again. How many innocent people will die then? Just so a shiny rock can sit on its pedestal. Just because it can talk doesn't mean it's alive. We should hurry and fix this sundial.
Sure.
Hey, good. You've got the part to fix that broken sundial.
Fixed. And we point it to the monkey.
That's 2. Looks like the next one is northwest of here. The rumble seemed muted this time, somehow. Let's go!
One under the sand, it looks like.
Hey, is that the base of a sundial? Where's the sundial itself? Let's take a closer look. Oh, it's just the same piece that was broken off the last sundial.
But where's the sundial itself? It should be here.
That's enough out of you, Diamond. We're not turning back.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Hang on. It's more of a sinking feeling. Quicksand! This is great! I've never been in quicksand
One
before.
of those, like, things that if you were a small child watching Nickelodeon, you were led to believe quicksand would be much more dangerous as an adult than it
It'll
actually
make
is.
for a more exciting story when I retell it.
Are we gonna die? It's quicksand.
Quicksand's not that dangerous, if you know how to escape.
Just get your legs up and lay flat. Make yourself buoyant.
It's not working. Why isn't it working? Oh, this isn't right. This isn't how quicksand works. Not real quicksand.
Try something else. Lasso a nearby Ukthonki.
Neither can I.
Cactus. Grass for the rock.
I can't reach it either.
Do nothing.
I don't know what to do. Nothing's working. We can't get out. This can't be how it ends. Leela, she'll never know that I...
Something useful down at the bottom of the quicksand. Whoa, cool. There's the sundial. It's like a little dung beetle stealing it. Awesome.
Ah, my leg! You okay?
Oh, we got lucky. If there hadn't been this cavern underneath, we'd have drowned in that quicksand. Ah, but not that lucky. I saw the diamond fall out of your pack when you landed. And I think I saw something scuttle away with it. It's just a diamond.
Oh, is the diamond
If it could move
controlling
by
the
itself,
beetle?
It wouldn't need
That's
us to
fun.
take it home. Also, I didn't see where that sundial bit went either. But at least we found the third sundial. Could you look around and see what you can find? I landed on something hard. I've hurt my leg. I need to rest up for a moment.
Okay, let's go follow the thing. No.
Find anything?
I was wondering, like, what's up with the weird fixed camera angle here? Must be so that they can let you do this.
Having fun.
What am I sitting on? Oh, hey! Over here! I, found that missing sundial piece.
I absolutely wasn't just sitting on it. Honest!
Well,
Perfect.
the sun's not gonna shine on it there. All fixed. Over to you.
Okay, it says Krondus, which I think we said was the, crocodile.
I didn't feel a rumble that time. Maybe the next sundial isn't so close. Or it's because we don't have the diamond.
But hey, at least the sundial lit up one of the tunnels.
Probably not. But there's only one tunnel lit up. We'll just have to hope it leads us to the diamond. Wisdom before beauty.
Oops.
What are you doing?
Hard to see which tunnels, because I think it's supposed to be the southwesterly one.
Don't go so fast. My leg still hurts. Just need to walk it off. I'll be fine. It's totally not just numb from sitting on that sundial piece for so long.
Okay, it's keeping you from running here.
Can
They've
you
done
hear
that a
that?
couple of times now. They did that in the
What is that
Demon Slayer
noise?
quest too.
And that smell. Oh!
Right in him, hurting his
I think
leg,
it's getting darker too.
so they can get this effect the way they want it to be. That's kind of cool, though. I haven't seen a lot of
Looks
forced
bad.
perspective where you're in
Sounds
control.
bad. Smells worse. But we need that blasted diamond back. I can just make out a tunnel ahead.
I like the color, I like the gamma being turned down as you progress. That's cool.
Oh, I can't see a thing. With that noise and that smell, I'm almost glad... My shin! Oh, what did I just step in? Hang on. I think I can feel a torch. No, that's definitely not a torch. Sorry about that. Ah, but that is... hang on. Almost got it. Dung calphites. Why did it have to be dung calphites?
Cute.
Any one of these calphites could be rolling the diamond around. It's a needle in a haystack. Well, a diamond in some, yeah. I mean, seriously, come on. We're up to our eyeballs in... I know. I was just about to say
Really
we're in
deep
some really deep... Are you shushing me?
Love this. That's a great gag.
You're right. You're a genius. I can hear the diamond. We can use the noise to figure out which dung ball it's in. We should be able to see it sparkling too.
Okay, that's cool. I don't know if I need to turn the audio up. Or how
Listen
close I have
the
to get
noise
to
the
it.
diamond makes, and keep your eyes peeled for it sparkling. I'll check. If we can't find the diamond that way, just try slicing.
It's pretty subtle. It might not be easy for me to hear with all my like atmospheric sounds turned down. They really give you tons of water skins here. Oh, I see it now.
A sapphire. Well, it's not a diamond, but it's a promising start.
That's fun. I don't know if you want to eat that tuna. I feel like that would be pretty bad. I honestly can't hear anything. It might be like a really subtle
That
sound.
one dropped an...
Emerald that time.
Oh,
We
a
can
ruby
kind of
this
see
time.
the sparkle.
We're making our way...
Making our way up to the diamond. I didn't mean to dismiss that. There it is.
There it is! You found the diamond!
Grab it. Got it. Nice. Not bad.
Hey, great! That must have been the fourth sundial rising! And look! It's made a hole in the ceiling! It's too high to reach, though. Any ideas how we can get out of here?
Hello? Is someone down there?
Hey, it's Leela.
No way! Is that you, Leela?
Ozan!
Sure is! We're both down here!
You boys need a hand? Hang on. I will lower a rope.
Thanks! We'll be up in a second. Before we head up, can we keep what happened on this little underground detour between us? You know,
Sure.
what happened down here stays down here. Leela doesn't need to know.
I could do with not knowing myself.
Yeah, me too. So let's just get out of this dung heap. See you topside.
Takes your eyes a while to readjust to the bright desert sun.
Over here! What is that god's awful stench?
You don't want to know. You wouldn't believe us if we told you.
Let's just say you don't want to go down there. It's no cave of wonders.
All right. In which
Aladdin.
case, what news from my father? Is he sending help?
We are the help.
Indiana
but yet
Jones.
he sort of gave us the carry deep.
What do you mean, sort of? Do not tell me you stole it.
Well, technically...
I do not believe you. You will never change.
Things Valkyrie got political.
I sent you to my father for help, and this is how you go about it?
This was his idea. Leela, listen. The Emir is dead.
What? What did you do?
Why would you assume I did anything? He's been ill for ages, and his heart just gave out.
Oh, and that just coincided with your visit, I suppose?
Yeah, actually, yes.
You are right. I'm sorry I snapped. Maybe you should tell me the whole story.
Explains everything that's happened. Glosses over most of the detour through the Calphite Nursery.
There's one other thing. The diamond. It's more than just a diamond. It's been talking to us. Trying to get us to take it back to Al-Kharid.
What? Do not be silly. I grew up in the palace. If it were more than just a diamond, I would have known or heard about it. It is probably just your guilty conscience talking. or heat stroke, but you have nothing to feel guilty for. My father had no right to manipulate you like that. But that you did it anyway, even knowing what you might lose if things go wrong, that's very selfless of you.
Easy there, princess. You'll give me a bad reputation.
You cannot just take the compliment, can you? Anyway, I am glad you're both here. Truly.
Now, let's have a look at this sundial.
This one's broken too.
Not to worry. I saw this bit fall off when it rose out of the sand. Here, let me... Fixed. From the sound of it, this should be the final sundial for you to solve.
Yep. Got it. And I guess there's gonna be sun. Well, you can't really point straight to that.
That's the last of them. It's pointing southwest.
What was next? The lion's mouth was what the ransom note said, right? If I remember, there used to be an old temple to a mascot out that way. A mascot's animal aspect is a lioness, so perhaps that's what it means.
Yeah, that could be where Kelly is holding the prince. Let's just hope we don't run into Amaska too. There's only room for one power-mad control freak of a lady in this kidnapping.
You do mean Lady Kelly by that, right?
Of course. Well, Kelly knew about the path of the sun thing. So she's not giving up Prince Ali until she has the diamond in her hands. So I guess we'll just have to give it to her. But that doesn't mean we can't get it back once the prince is safe.
It is not much of a plan. But I suppose it is all we have got.
So, let's go.
Alright, southwest. Here it is, Lady Kelly.
Well, well, well. This feels familiar.
Oops, I thought it was an auto advance.
If you've heard the prince, I swear I'm gonna kick...
Ozan, don't!
I see you have trained him well, Leela.
Face is really cool looking.
Fine. Let's just get this over with.
Anyway, to business. Do you have the heart?
Yes, we have the diamond. Hand over the prince.
The diamond first!
What makes you think we trust you to hand him over once you have it?
What makes you think you have a choice? Give it to me.
Yep.
Please, no. Don't give me to her.
What in the world is...
Diamond's talking.
It's the diamond again. It's talking through our pep.
By the gods, it really does talk.
Hand it over.
I'm scared. She'll kill us all.
I don't know.
Just do something.
I grow tired of asking. If you won't give it to me freely, I'll force you to.
You can't make me. I want to go home.
Poor Diamond.
Silence!
It's too powerful.
Finally, after all these centuries, it's mine.
Centuries?
Centuries?
Okay.
In some ways, I've been after this heart since the day I was born.
Wow, they're really making Prince Ali rescue, like, really important.
Enough with the evil monologue, lady.
It's just such a
You've got your
throwaway
damn
quest.
diamond. Now hand over the prince.
In old school.
And now that I hold it in my hands, it's so small, so hard, so cold.
This is a well-written quest,
that
too.
explains so much.
Assuming I have an idea where they're going with this.
Quit with the crazy. Just give us the prince.
Crazy! You dare call me crazy! I am beautiful! I am powerful!
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'd be the first to admit you're pretty statuesque. But you're one camel short of a caravan, and the whole psycho kidnapper thing really damages your appeal. Now, give us the prince.
I'll pop your limbs from their sockets.
That's what I thought.
I'll
I'll devour your
flesh
soul.
from your bones. stones, I'll devour your soul.
See, this is talk about this a lot. Like, video games are bad about this sometimes, but like that whole scene was really well set up, where it was like, oh, you got to do this little puzzle to learn about the different gods. Oh, by the way, there's this goddess, a Masket. She's crazy. She's a devourer. I'm like, that was a weird thing to focus on. I guess they're just trying to fit in some desert lore.
I'm not crazy. I am a goddess. I am a mascot.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
A mascot?
Nani? I guess the voice acting is extra quiet in cutscenes. I could barely hear that in my own headphones. You said kill these fools, it sounded like.
Looks like the lady wants you all dead.
You're dead! Hey, Pep. Nice eye patch. I can see why you wear it. It's to make your friend over there look half as ugly, right?
Hey, take that
They did a
back.
good job of making this seem like
We should do you a favor and put
Really
the
exciting.
other eye out. And maybe cut off your nose and ears too.
Sticks and stones, princess.
Hey, only Ozan gets to call me that. I mean, I am not a princess!
You're stick and stone.
cool. I think I'm probably just gonna mess him up here, right? Kind of a cool attack. Oh, it looks like they cap the amount of damage I can do here. That's smart. So you don't just walk in and like one-shot him. You have to see some of the mechanics. Run away from that attack, maybe. Nice. Sweet, that was cool.
That's those two thugs taken care of.
Very dramatic.
Come on, we should free the prince.
Rescue Prince Ali.
Thank you, my friends. I am glad you have come to my rescue. But you should not have given her the carrot ib. I cannot believe my father would have allowed it.
About that.
About that, I'm...
Wow. Who writes
I'm
this
not sure
shit?
how to put this.
I'm joking, it's great.
He is
There have been
dead.
several times now in these new quests where a line of dialogue will happen and I'll say a line and then the characters will say it immediately. It's really good.
Oh, Prince, you are right. It was his heart. I am so sorry we could not rescue you sooner.
It is okay, Lila. He has been ill for a long time. He has been preparing me to succeed him as Emir. But one can never be prepared for the death of a loved one.
Then we should waste no time. We must get you safely home.
Yes, you three should definitely do that. It's been an honor rescuing the prince with you, my friends.
We would not have got this far without you.
That's probably the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Lila. But I cannot return to Al-Kharid until I've reclaimed that diamond, somehow. From a goddess hell-bent on destruction. A 100% crazy, perpetually angry, scarily vengeful, bona fide goddess. Hey, if nothing else, it'll be a challenge, right? Should be fun. And good luck to you, my friend. I'm certain we'll bump into each other somewhere down the path. And when I return the diamond, maybe you'll stop being so hard on me, huh, princess?
Oh, Ozan.
See you around.
Oh, we shall see.
Bye.
I hope. Come on, Prince. It is time to go home.
Take it back to the palace.
Congratulations are in order. You have safely returned Prince Ali home. That is, Emir Ali now. He has succeeded his father. He'll prove to be a strong leader for Al-Kharid.
It is not all good news, Father. We lost the diamond.
Pretty bad.
No, Ozan lost the diamond.
Don't blame that on
That is
Ozan.
unfair, and you know it. He only did what you asked of him.
I did not ask him to steal the diamond. In fact, I told him not to. That was his choice.
No. You manipulated him into doing what you wanted. Just like you do with your agents. Just like you do with me.
Keep your voice down, girl. Ozan knew what was at stake. He chose his path and must take responsibility for his actions. Perhaps if his thieving skills were as good as he thinks, he'd have brought the diamond back with you.
We were up against a goddess. A mascot was behind this whole thing.
In this game, you have to be prepared for anything.
Well, I refuse to play your game anymore.
You will do as you are told, and return to your area in Draenor.
Oh, I shall return to Draenor, but not for you. I have some
That's
loose
good
ends
setups
of
for
my
later
own
quests
there to
here.
deal
I
with.
can understand why this is
I
a
am
prerequisite
done
for going to
with you and
Menethos.
your games.
Leela, please.
I am leaving. A mascot and Menethos are plotting gods know what. She has to be stopped.
Oh. Meanwhile, in the Cridian Desert...
Ah, Jabari. What message does the Emir have for me?
None anymore, my lady. My mission was a success. Osman was suspicious of me from the start. No surprise there, but he was so distracted with the kidnapping I had free reign of the palace. A tiny dose of poison in the Emir's nightly incense did the trick. They believe his death to be of natural causes.
Excellent. I may need your skills as an ambassador again in the future.
The payment was also delivered.
He thinks it his salvation, but it will be his undoing.
Did you get the heart, my lady?
I almost didn't. That beetle-brained fool Scabarras almost ruined things. But he's got his head out of the sand now. I'll deal with him soon enough, and then nothing will stand in my way.
That's a nice touch. The dung
Return
beetles.
to Menethos. Attend the Pharaoh. I have business here.
Yes, my lady. I live to serve, and serve to live.
Cool. That was great. If that's like a portent of things to come for the quests in this, I'm really excited.
Leela, that girl becomes more like her mother every day. She'll come around, she always does. Anyway, as I said before, congratulations are in order. You have shown yourself to be a most efficient agent, and for that you must be rewarded. Indeed, I may have more work in future for someone with your ability.
Hey. Oh, did I use up all the spots? Construction XP. Oh, I should definitely pick prayer. Has that been an option whenever I've been picking magic? Oof. Whoops. Yeah, okay. Well, I've learned my lesson now. Probably should have dumped that big lamp that gave me 28 magic on prayer instead. One thing you could do for me, give me some squirk juice. Okay. He goes back into his role of doing squirk juice. That's funny. Amir Ali. All right, so I'm going to continue doing quests in order, but I will start the quest that lets me get into Menethos because I can use that to get money, and I'm going to need money on my account to do anything. So let me figure out how that works. 1 second.
And I think I'm going to cut the episode off there. Next episode, we will do the Jack of Spades quest and unlock Menethos. Remember, I vaguely want to do quests in release order, but if something comes up where it makes sense to do a quest out of order, I'm definitely going to do that. And the main way that's going to happen is preparing for dailies and weeklies. There's a lot of preparation to do. But I really enjoyed the changes to Prince Ali Rescue. It feels very professional, like someone who's like actually a writer wrote the quest. There's a lot of good setups and payoffs and opportunities for you to immediately suspect something the moment before it's formally revealed, right? Now, my understanding is that Prince Ali rescue quest might be one of the most absurdly high production value quests in the game because at some point it wasn't worth spending that much money on a quest. I'm not sure, but I think the total amount of voice acting goes down quite a bit, especially once old school RuneScape comes out and that's more profitable than RS3. But in any case, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in another week or two with Jack of Spades and the Menethos City. Bye.